Hi, audience here. And recorders.
Jacqueline, persuasive speech. A mandatory life skills class should be added to all high school curriculums to better prepare graduates for the real world, and we should advocate this in all states worldwide. Students are required to follow and pass a specific curriculum in order to pass and graduate high school. This includes mandatory classes, 4 years of English, 3 years of math, algebra, geometry, 2 to 3 years of science, chemistry, biology, 3 years of social studies, foreign languages of up to 1 to 2 years. Then you have physical education, which you can take 1 to 4 years of if you're not enrolled in a sport. And then you have electives for extra space in your schedule. Pottery really helped you fill that void in your daily schedule. But what did you gain from that? And sure, you might be able to find the hypotenuse of a triangle, but are you going to put that on your resume? Let me ask you this. Are our students even being taught how to build a resume? File taxes, fill out a W-2 form, manage a checkbook, bank accounts? Build credit, establish credit. In Angel Guira's editorial, she noted traditional education hasn't dramatically changed over the past 90 years in America. Even with the advancements and improvements with today's technology, we are now more focused on testing our youth about the traditional lessons rather than focusing on the actual material itself. These tests were implemented to assess and measure the rating on a specific school, and yet we still hold the teachers and the schools accountable for our students' test scores, pointing out each student's inadequacies. These students don't get a copy of what they missed or got right, or what even the score was. What is a score without an explanation? According to a survey by Eric Robertson, conducted in a research, on average, a student spends 10 days taking district-mandated tests during the course of 1 year, and 9 days taking state-mandated tests. On an average, teachers estimated spending 12 days preparing for district-mandated tests and 14 days preparing for state-mandated tests. That's roughly 42 days a year out of 180 school days that our children are enrolled in school. How much time are we willing to waste on nothing? And how do these tests prepare our students for life after graduation? Cabeller and Bernstein state we should collectively, as a society and government, examine what they need to know, just as important as how they need to learn it. Directing these students' education, experiences, and providing them with the proper life skills in a way that they can learn the material while also preparing them for more than just the traditional route of learning. Our educational systems is pumping our students into college and young adulthood who can't change a tire, balance a checkbook, talk during a job interview, or even file taxes. I will tell you how to make this right. Implementing a plan can drastically improve this whole entire cycle. The most viable solution to the problem is to structure a progressive educational plan built from kindergarten that builds upon skills as the maturity and attention spans build on our students, which in turn will ultimately prepare our youth for adulthood. A simple detailed plan and a building process of which would include social skills, drug resistant skills, agriculture, home ec, sewing, financial guidance, woodshop, life skills, documentation, career organization. Having young adults leaving high school with these skills will make them more employable and successful. Our kids will learn applicable skills and trades throughout their entire educational progress, which will translate to more accountability, discipline, and employable skills. Cut back on the readiness for these mandated assessments that do absolutely nothing, and prepare our youth after graduation. Stop spending so much unnecessary time on parallelograms and cubic roots. they're bound to forget anyways. Albert Einstein's famous quote, "Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school." And then there was B.F. Skinner's similar quote, who said, "Education is what survives when what has been learned has been forgotten." Sure, we can invoke our own opinions on either one of those quotes. However, psychologist Shahram Hazmat believes that we remember when we continue to be reminded, and we remember things that matter, and we continue to use life skills. Life teaches better and more relevant lessons than public schools. On the contrary, getting rid of public schools could be a bit more challenging. However, we can start now by teaching life lessons in school, educating things that will be easily remembered because life will be continued to be used. With this simple plan, you can see how creating a small educational design can directly change a society and economy filled with more employable citizens. Without providing our students or our youth with these vital life skills as a society, we are specifically and failing our children and not giving them the proper tools they need to be successful and confident in their life. Thanks.